What kind of marriage makes a man cling to a pair of red underwear he's worn for 10 years? The story starts with the deadbeat husband, Kota, a middle-aged editor who's never had a single success. 3 years and still couldn't finish a single work. Naturally, his wife Chika became the one supporting the family. Corporate slave outside, maid at home. She not only raised the kid, but also served her useless husband. They say red underwear brings good luck. So Chika decided to give it a try. She pinned all her hopes for a better life on that red underwear, just wishing one day her husband might finally succeed. But 10 years later, he was still the same hopeless loser. One day, Kota said he had a job opportunity in Seong County. So the whole family set off before sunrise. Having managed the household on a tight budget for years, Chika lived by the rule. Every penny must be split in two. They took the cheapest slow train. Lunch was homemade rice balls. Even her favorite beer, brought from home. To save money, they squeezed onto packed buses, walked half an hour to the hotel they'd booked in advance. Though he clearly didn't like it, Kota, who had no say in anything, didn't dare complain. He just quietly carried their daughter, trailing behind his wife. Midway, the father and daughter were too hungry to go on. So Chika finally led them to a rundown little restaurant. To save money, she insisted she wasn't hungry and only ordered 2 bowls of noodles. But eventually, she caved and got one more. They finally arrived at the hotel. But stingy Chika had only booked a single room. Kota was confused. They'd come all this way. Was it really necessary to cram all 3 into one bed just to save a few bucks? But Chika didn't think anything of it. Instead, she launched into another lecture. Of course you can enjoy it. You're not the one earning money. That night, while Chika was showering, Kota used the excuse of bringing her a beer to subtly hint at wanting to shower together. Chika's response: Kota tried to push his luck again, but was greeted with more loving words. The next day, they rented a small car to visit the rich client. Since Kota didn't have a license, Chika had to drive, which was exactly why he'd insisted she come along. The wild-eyed girl throwing tantrums was the rich guy's daughter. She'd gone viral for her unique noodle-rolling art. Her proud parents couldn't stop bragging about her at the table. Clearly, Chika and Kota didn't get the whole art thing. But what confused them even more was that the rich guy had already lined up a different production team, meaning this whole trip was pointless. Still, Chika wasn't ready to give up. She pushed hard, hoping they'd reconsider. But Kota felt too embarrassed to beg. In the end, not only did they fail to secure the job, Chika blew up at Kota for backing down. And just like that, they left, defeated and humiliated. On the way back, Chika scolded him nonstop. Kota, already frustrated, couldn't help defending himself, which only made her angrier. The argument didn't stop until their daughter said she was carsick. While tending to the girl and taking in the view at a scenic overlook, Chika finally started to calm down. No matter what they were eating, she always made sure her husband and daughter had theirs first. She was the one who said the harshest things, yet did the warmest ones too. Her quiet sacrifices made it hard not to feel for her. Later, the family of 3 checked into a special discount hotel room they'd struggled to book. Kota's desire had been building all this time. What shocking move would he make next?